Harvesting is perhaps one of the world's oldest and most necessary trades, and up until recently, it has continued on with the same tools. Modern engineering, along with tractors and new machinery, has shifted the harvesting industry to one of efficiency and mass production. Harvesting is no longer a small-scale production, but rather one that takes place with massive machines over thousands of acres. With efficiency boost means the world has access to food it wants at any time. Let's take a look at modern harvesting techniques that dramatically increase the efficiency and production of harvesting across the globe. Before we get started, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment on our channel for more interesting videos. Coming in at number 1, aloe vera juice. The aloe vera leaves are harvested by hand. The plant itself is not harvested. It is only the outer leaves which are separated from the plant with a certain and precise cut. About every 2 months, 3 or 4 leaves of a plant can be taken. Each leaf weighs in approximately 1 pound, and at least 12 leaves have to remain on the plant to ensure that one plant can be repeatedly harvested over a period of 8 to 10 years. A decisive difference during the production of aloe vera gel or juice is if the whole leaf is used or just the inside, the gel. This is important because the leaf is composed of 3 layers. Layer 1, the leaf rind. Layer 2, a layer with yellow bitter juice, and Layer C, the leaf's marrow. The second layer, the yellow juice, contains aloe, which is a medin. Both have strong laxative effects, which is commonly known in pharmaceuticals. As this element is usually undesired, it is important that the aloe vera leaves are peeled and that only the inner marrow is used. After harvest, the leaves are mechanically washed using a patented process that strips the outer husk. Today, this process can be done in such a hygienic fashion that no yeast or bacteria can get detected anymore. All that remains is the clear gel containing the soothing components of aloe vera. This gel is collected in rust-free tanks directly at the plantation for reasons of stabilization. In order to maintain the strength of the active ingredients of the gel, it is imperative that the processing steps are completed within short periods of time. It has been proven that the active ingredients rapidly deteriorate and lose their quality after a period of only 6 hours. This is due to oxidation. The aloe vera gel must be stabilized in order to keep it as fresh as when it was first extracted from the leaf. During the stabilization process, it is important that the gel is not exposed to excessive heat or aggressive chemicals, as this would destroy the gel's original components. Neither pasteurization nor radiation, evaporation nor drying has delivered satisfactory results. In the meantime, however, patented procedures are available through which we can make products with a potency that is very close to that of the fresh plant. Number 2, orange juice. The story of orange juice starts in the groves, where the fruit is grown. Local growers cultivate oranges until they are ripe and ready to be picked manually. Once the mature fruit is harvested, it goes straight into the factories where it is inspected. Only ripe oranges are selected for orange juice. The inspection process goes quickly to ensure that the fruit retains all of its natural vitamins and nutrients. At harvesting, oranges are washed before squeezing. Once the juice is squeezed from the orange, it is rapidly pasteurized. This keeps the juice fresher for longer, and the widely accepted approach to this protects its natural nutrients and maintains premium quality. Here, the process has a few more stages, depending on the technique. The juice is either heated by steam so that the water and juice evaporates, or ultrafiltrated, and then concentrated using a reverse osmosis technique. Juice concentration is born. Next, water is added back to the concentration and blended to produce high-quality juice. Finally, the juice is pasteurized before packaging. Regardless of the method used, fruit juice producers make sure to capture the fruit's natural goodness and the qualities from the whole fruit from which the juice is squeezed. Coming in at number 3, cherry harvesting. Cherry picking is done by a hydraulic tree shaker, calibrated just to the right vibrations for that specific cherry tree. The cherries then fall into a conveyor belt with a catch-all tarp. This collects thousands of ripe cherries while keeping trees healthy and undamaged for future growing seasons. It then unloads onto the conveyor belt of heated water. This system uses photos of infrared lights to detect size, colors, and it collects 40 pictures of cherries in 1 second. This information is used to detect non-edible cherries. Each line reduces contact between cherries by increased use of ice-cold water eliminating bruises. Also, increased cooling capacity that increases shelf life. This fast process from starting to packing increases production during the peak seasons. Coming in at number 4, apple harvesting. Machinery harvest is more suitable for apples for processing, when the quantity of harvest fruits is more important than the quality. When it comes to apples for fresh consumption, manual picking is more suitable. The best practice of picking apples is by using the rolling method, where apples are turned upside down on the spur, thus avoiding bruising. After storage, the fruits are transported to the factory, where the contents of the bins or boxes are discharged into water tanks and transported to the washing units. The fruits are washed on belts, and with the aid of pressurized water sprays to remove residues of soil and foreign matter. And in some cases, brushes are used to remove rotten parts and firmly adhere to dirt. If the fruits are briefly stored at the factory before processing, this should be as short a period as possible, not for more than 24 hours after their removal from refrigeration. Apples and pears are received in the water flow conveyors, where, by immersion in water, and thanks to a jet system, the surface of the fruits are washed. Fruits are then rinsed by the shower of fresh water on the elevator that takes the fruit to the subsequent sorting operations. In order to guarantee the best quality of the final product, rotten and unripe fruits must be discarded. The sorting line allows the fruits to be efficiently inspected by making them slowly rotate on a roller belt conveyor under the sight of its operators. The apple color grading technology that allows you to select the apples with longer shelf life.